Right before we jump into this preview, if you haven't signed up for the Froknows Photo email list, just look for this orange box over on the website, put your name, email address in it, hit send it, and I will send you a free guide to capturing motion in low-light situations. Jared Polin, FroknowsPhoto.com, and this is a preview of the Canon G7X Mark II. Now, this is a $699.99 point-and-shoot camera that Canon says is for advanced amateurs and professionals alike. This is a new high-end point-and-shoot. Let's go through the specs before I tell you everything that I think about it. It has a 1-inch, 20.1 megapixel CMOS sensor. So that is a nice size sensor that, for a point-and-shoot camera with a lot of megapixels. It does ISO 125 to 12,800, expandable to 25,600. I don't know that I would be pushing it to the expandable mode because it's going to look like Swiss cheese. You have to remember that a smaller sensor doesn't do so well at the higher ISO points. But with that said, Canon has released the Digic 7 processor. This is the first camera to use it, and that's supposed to help with noise and quality, which allows you to push the ISO even further than you could before. It has a 24 to 100 millimeter, 35 millimeter zoom equivalent. That's f1.8 to f2.8 zoom, so that's a pretty nice zoom range. 24 to 100 is a great range, and f1.8 to 2.8 isn't bad at all itself. It will do 8 frames a second. It shoots RAW, and you can convert in the camera. What that means is that you can also play with the built-in Wi-Fi and NFC, so you can transfer the files that you just edited or shot in RAW and then processed in the camera, and then send it over to your mobile device so that you can share it with the world right there. That's one of the better things that we're starting to see with point-and-shoot cameras, that they allow you to share the stuff out with your mobile device and get it out into the world. Now, it has a tiltable 3-inch touch LCD screen. It does 180 degrees up so that you could do that selfie mode, or you could talk to it for video mode, and it tilts down 45 degrees. Now, it has no viewfinder. For somebody like me, that is a deal breaker. For a professional who wants to look through the viewfinder to compose their images and tuck their elbows in like this, that's something that a professional wants to have. But on the amateur side, there's a lot of people out there who don't even want a viewfinder and don't care about that. So that comes down to personal preference. Now, on a flip side, something like the Sony RX100 Mark IV, which is a little more expensive, has a pop-up OLED display viewfinder that's built into the camera. That is something that I would love to see Canon do in a camera like this. Now, it takes one SD card. It does 1080 at 60 frames a second, so it's good, but it doesn't do 4K in case somebody was looking for 4K. Again, that Sony RX100 Mark IV, more expensive, but also does 4K. It has the built-in Wi-Fi like we talked about, and it has this pretty interesting panning feature that allows you to lock on the subject as you're panning. Now, panning, for any of you who don't know, is you get a slower shutter speed, you lock onto your subject, and as you move, the subject stays sharp and in focus, but the background starts to get this blurring effect going. It's a really great feature. It's a really great function. It's a really cool thing to play with, and for the camera to set the shutter speed automatically for that function is really nice and a fun thing to play with. So that's pretty much all the specs for that camera. You got to remember, it's a point-and-shoot camera. It has a 1-inch sensor, so that's going to limit your quality, but with the Digic 7 processor, it's going to give you a better chance at having better images that are cleaner at higher ISOs, and the fact that it shoots RAW is highly important. But again, if you are looking for something with a viewfinder, this doesn't have it, and for me, that's a deal breaker. But like I said, amateurs may find that they don't even want a viewfinder, and that is where I'll leave it. Let me know what you guys think about this point-and-shoot camera. Is it something that you would throw in your bag, that you would use, and is a viewfinder a deal breaker for you personally? That's it. Jared Polin, FroknowsPhoto.com. See ya.